No! Whenever Grand becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. He's gonna kill himself to Grand. And we're back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rollsicle. My name's Nathaniel, one of the hosts here at the channel. I'm joined off screen. Well, you guys can't see me either, but off screen by my lovely co-host, Ashley. Say hi.
Hi.
We are back with Road to Mythic. We are currently Plat 2, continuing with some Avatar draft. We've been having a lot of fun with Avatar, and we had a super fun time at pre-release. Ashley did incredible, placed 7th place, so everyone give her shout-outs in the comments below so she can know just how incredible that is. Out of what, like 62 people, too? An insane amount. And we are just excited to jump into things. Before we jump into this first match, while we're waiting for it to load, we're not going to have a lot of time, but we will say, if you like these videos, comment, subscribe, any and all of it is greatly appreciated. We really do love all the support from you guys. There's an easy pick in this pack, so I can talk over it. And yeah, we are super duper excited for you guys to get to see all this content. We've been trying to put out some more draft content because that's really important to us. And you guys have just been extra supportive. Our end of year goal was 250 subscribers. We are well past that, sitting at 294 right now. So thank you guys for being so awesome. And if you do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. It really means the world. So we pulled an Aang Swift Savior. This generally might be actually the best rare in the entire set. It's just incredible. 3 mana, 2/3 flying flash already would be playable. When it enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell, and then you can transform it into something massive. Super good value. I actually think White Lotus Tile is playable, but it's definitely not something I'm going to pick over the Aang here. Other than that, Combustion Technique and Shared Roots are pretty good. Lessons, I think Forecasting Fortune Teller might be the best blue common. It's definitely up there. Kyoshi Warriors is pretty good if you want to go wide. Fire Nation Cadets can be built into. But this is an easy Aang Swift Savior. Into an Aang the Crossroads? Okay, well, we are forcing either white-blue, white-green, or some combination of it to play these two. This is another mega bomb. So when this enters, you pay 5 mana for a 3/3 flyer. When it enters, look at the top 5, put another creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield under your control, and then when another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you automatically transform it into a 4/4 flyer. Land creatures have vigilance at the beginning of combat. Earthbend 2, an absolute bomb. Following up, an absolute bomb. So here we get some interesting options here. We do have, I really like Hermetic Herbalist, because she can tap for a mana. If you end up in Lessons, which green-blue is kind of lessony, you can do a lot there. I also think Team Avatar is pretty good. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. But you do have to kind of go wide, so kind of a white-green go wide there. Other than that, looking at some of the commons here, we are seeing a lot of kind of bad cards, I'm not going to lie. I think First Time Flyer is fine if you can get the Lesson Synergy. Other than that, I don't really love a lot of these. Not exactly sure how to start right. It does. Target creature gains menace till end of turn. Creatures target player controls gets ++0. Okay, so that is playable in a aggro white-red shell. I think I am going to take the Hermetic. I hope I'm saying that right. Herbalist here, just because it also ramps you. It's a solid 2-drop. I'm happy playing it. All right, so here we can see if we wanted to go white-blue flyers, we could pull an early Momo here. Not sure if white-blue is super open to that. We could also just go for a green rampy style deck here with Raucous Audience? Raucous? I don't know. I trust her more than I trust me. I don't teach English. And she technically does, so. Even if it's still little kids. The Messenger Hawk is also pretty solid card. It also creates a clue, which makes for water bending. You're getting 2 permanents out of your 3 mana. We could also go Cycle of Renewal here because it's a lesson and it helps us get our colors. I think I'm going to go Cycle of Renewal because it's a lesson. It helps us get our 3 colors because right now we're playing in 3 colors. And no, I think that's it. Those are the only reasons to grab that. Ooh, Master Piondo is a pretty solid card. We could also go Forecasting Fortune Teller here for some water bending synergies. I do think I want to just take the uncommons while I can, and then we can fill in with some decent commons hopefully later in the game. But the uncommons are what's going to go faster, right? Master Piondo is a very good 5-drop. We are a little heavy on our mana curve right now, but if we have enough lessons or we have enough allies, and there are a lot of allies, notably both of our Aangs are allies, This is just a really solid 5-drop. Really, really solid 5-drop. Okay, so here, if we end up with enough allies, we could take the Avatar Enthusiast. They do grow with the ally theme. We could also take Watery Grasp as a little bit of removal here. I think Watery Grasp is pretty powerful in its low-end curve. I do think we would be able to fill in some Avatar Enthusiasts later, so I'm going to take the Watery Grasp as a potential in the sideboard here. Okay, blue is definitely looking open now. Although I do like kind of a ally theme get to the Aang's type of deck. I'm not going to lie. Not sure we're going to be casting enough here to really get a lot out of the Iguana Parrot. We didn't really build into the flyers, so I might just take the 2-drop 2/2 that gives me benefit when I water bend with it, right? 2-drop 2/2. I definitely don't hate that. Okay, going into this pack, I think Beetle-Headed Merchants is a strong black card, but we're definitely not playing it. I'm not a huge fan of Curious Farm Animals unless you have some sacrifice synergies. Otter Penguin is adorable, but it only benefits when you draw a second card, which isn't something we're really looking to do. We could play Earth Village Ruffians as just green. I have to remember that the hybrid cards, you don't have to have the other color. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I don't have black. I can't play it, but I do think I can. I mean, it might not end up in the deck, but I do think I can. Here, I just want a 2-drop because we want to fill in the lower end of our curve. At this point, I will switch us over to this layout so we can kind of see where our curve's at. And I will take a 2-drop to help fill out the bottom of that. We don't have any 4-drops, notably. Don't know if we'll end up with enough lessons here for first-time flyers, so I'm just going to take the opportunity to take the white-blue land. Again, help us make sure that we have all of our colors. A 3-mana flyer is a 3-mana flyer. It is playable. What does this one do? This is the one that water bends. Let's just switch its stats. I definitely don't think that card is very good. We could take a Rabaru Troop as a top end here, but I don't think we're going to end up playing it. I actually like the Giant Koi Fish much more as a top end, so we'll take that as a potential top end right now. Okay, so we are in Bant, a color scheme that I enjoy. I think Ashley probably more than I, but I'm getting the thumbs up from her. She's definitely a Bant lover. Her main, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Commander deck. There we go. Her main commander deck is Bant. Okay, what do we have here? The Earth King. 4 mana, 2/2. When it enters, create a 4/4. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 4 or greater attack, search your library for that many basic lands. Yes, we play that. We are taking that over a Yui? The Moon Spirit? UA? UA, the Moon Spirit. 4 mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance with some water bending stuff that's probably not ever going to happen. I do think 4 mana, 2/2 make a 4/4 with upside is what we want here. Even if we're not getting we don't have a lot of 4/4s that are going to benefit from that. I do think that's kind of right where we want to be. Ooh, I think Unlucky Cabbage Merchants is pretty good here, right? Because we can sacrifice the food, go get a land, help ramp us into some of our bigger things. Other notable things here is Accumulate Wisdom. If we were to play enough lessons, I think Accumulate Wisdom is very, very powerful. Between the two, I think I'm concerned more about making sure we hit our land drops, but I'm not 100% sure. Oof. They're both 2-drops here. We do like lessons with the Hermetic Herbalist. You know what? I'll try it. We can also get lessons from, speak of the devil, I was going to say Master Piondo, and there he is, right there. Do we grab a second copy of him is the real question. It's pretty high curve to play 2 of him, but we are kind of a play big things ramp style deck. You know what? I think we will. I think we will take him and kind of pivot a little bit, huh? Okay, this is let's see, we have 2 mana. Destroy target attacking creature or airbend target creature you control. I think is very playable. It's also a lesson, so we love to see it. Here, I think I will probably just take the Path to Redemption as some solid removal, because removal is something we are lacking a little bit. How many allies are we looking at right now? We've got 8 allies, 9 creatures, so basically everything we're running is an ally, so I do think the 1 mana Vigilant, sack it, another target ally you control gains indestructible until end of turn is pretty solid. We could also take another Cycle of Renewal here, but I think I just kind of want the 1-drop that helps protect my Aangs, especially if I can get those Aangs underway. We could take another white-blue land here and just be very, very solid on mana. Or, okay, we do have removal. We have potential removal in the watery grass we took earlier. Also, Waterbend is not bad. Additionally, with Waterbend, Kyoshi Battle Fan isn't the end of the world either. I'm going to take the Watery Grasp. We have 2 of those now as potential removal spells, so I like that a lot. Here, I might just... What does this one do? Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control, I do not think is playable in this deck. We could take a Lost Days. It's a little high, but again, we get up to mana pretty quickly, and it's a nice thing to find off of Master Piondo, or Piondao. I think this is turning into Bant good stuff right now. This is turning into Bant good stuff. I do think right now we're thinking to play the Watery Grass and maybe the other Master Piondo. And we need, what, 4 more good playable cards here? And we can start cycling out some of the stuff we don't like as much. Do I have enough lessons here? I only am running 3 right now? I don't love that. I do like Walltop Sentries to help us get to the late game. So maybe lessons are a bit of a scrap. I do think we still like Master Piondo because he can hit an ally. Oh, what are we going to take here? I don't know. Hate draft black a little bit. Doesn't matter. We don't play against the people that we draft against. We could play another Glider Kids. I don't know if we're going to, so I'll put it over in the sideboard right now. I don't want it necessarily taking up a slot when we could play something better. I would love to see the rest of this deck fill in with like maybe 3 more lessons if I'm going for the lesson synergies. But, you know, I don't know if we play this as a 2-mana, look at the top 3, draw 1. That still seems decent, all things considered, but I don't know if we really play it as that. You definitely play it as a 2-mana. Okay, we could take a Razor Rings here. I don't know if I want that as removal, but if I end up needing it, it's there. I mean, I guess we'll just take the black card. We're not playing it. We're definitely not shifting colors here. Playing the 2 Aangs is already powerful enough. All right, so here we didn't open anything too crazy. This is a lesson, though. Enter the avatars. Oh, this is the really powerful protection spell. We also notably get a Rocky Rebuke here, which I think is very, very powerful. Although hitting this lesson could be pretty nice. So I do think, as much as I want the Rocky Rebuke, and I will be keeping an eye out for that to wheel, I'm going to take the Earth, or not the Earth, the Enter the Avatar state. We definitely go wide enough here if we want the leaves from the vine. I don't know if we will hit a lesson on it, which is a problem because then you don't get the draw a card ability from it. What else is here? There's a Boomerang Basics to actually help us get to the lesson synergy, which isn't the end of the world. Is this a common or an uncommon? That's an uncommon. Okay. There's also Octopus Form. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. You can untap it, which I find is a pretty neat combat trick there. I actually think I might just take Octopus Form here. Start filling in my mana curve a little lower. Ooh, okay. So here, we should theoretically have some stuff to Waterbend, especially with... Well, we didn't do a ton of going wide now that I'm thinking about it. What's our creature count at? Oh, we got 12. That's not the end of the world. To help draw some cards in the later game, I like the Waterbending lesson. Oh, I think we run enough allies that we play the Ally Lord, right? We have 12 creatures, 11 allies. Yes, we play this guy. 100% we play him. So we are going to have to make some cuts here. We are not going to splash for the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper as much as I would love to. I do think I like the Walltop Sentries as a 3-drop, so we'll take that for now. Definitely... Oh, so the Platypus Bear is pretty good, but I do think with our... I think I just want to take the Forecasting Fortune Teller here. I think it's a stronger 2-drop. It's still going to block most things, and you get the clue off of it for waterbending synergies and that sort of thing. It's also an ally. The Platypus Bear is not. We could take another Path to Redemption. We're obviously going to have to make a lot of cuts here, but that's okay. Taking a look at the sideboard, I don't think there's anything in here I'm dying to play that wouldn't just get cut. So there is that. What are you? 3 mana, 3/3. When it enters, exile up to one other target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value 3 or greater. That seems very solid. Vigilance, put a +1/+1 counter on other things. Now I think we'll take the 3 mana, 3/3, get rid of something. Sounds like extra good value. I definitely don't like this card. Honest Work, giving them a mana dork is not a good card. So I'm never going to draft it, which means I'm going to take it now so I can start filling in my set completion. I also don't draft a lot of Curious Farm Animals, so I guess we'll take that. I'm not seeing anything in the packs here that I'm wanting to keep, which is why I'm just drafting for set completion. We are going to have to make, like, I guess we have a land in here, so we're going to have to make 4 cuts right now based on what we're seeing. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature could be okay, so we'll run it, or we'll grab it and see if we want to run it in a moment. And then we'll just clean this up, make it a little bit of a nicer curve, and we should be underway. I don't know if we run enough lessons for that. And bam. This is the deck. We build something out of this. I will say we are playing 3 rares, all of which I feel like are pretty solid, so I'm definitely happy with that. What is it here that we want to cut? So looking at our land base, we are kind of splashing green if we wanted to just cut out the green and be pretty much white-blue with a little bit of green. Might not be the end of the world, although I do think some of our green are our stronger cards. So maybe it's white that could be the splash, but then of course it's going to be a lot of cards as well. I do think I'm interested here in maybe like 1 Path to Redemption and then 1 Razor Rings, maybe. I don't really know which one of those is better yet. I'm going to have to kind of feel that out. We do have enough lessons here that we could potentially accumulate wisdom with enough lessons in the graveyard. Although we have... How many lessons do we have? Let's see if it tells us here. They can be split up over instants and sorcery, so I have 7 lessons. That's actually not bad. That's pretty good. I didn't realize I have 7. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. There it is. Yeah, okay. Well, I have 7. That's crazy. All right, let's start making some cuts here. So this is technically the correct amount of land, but I'm going to just have it suggest the land later. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, we'll just fill in the... Let's get rid of all this. There's got to be a faster way to do this, but it didn't want me to, so. All right, here we go. 23. So we are going to want to cut 5 cards here. We can probably get away with 1 Watery Grasp. I like this for water bending and letting us scry, so I'm going to cut the Zhong's Deserters before I cut anything else there. I like the Hermetic Herbalist. It also just adds a mana of any color, so it is color fixing. I am not set on Glider Kid, so I feel like we can make that cut there. We do have a lot of top end here with the Master Piandao, but I like Master Piandao because it basically says attack, draw a card. Like a 5 mana 4/4 first strike whenever it attacks, draw a card, because so many cards in my decks are allies. Do I need the Giant Koi? I feel like the Giant Koi is pretty good here, right? It's island cycling and it's a nice top end finisher. Maybe we go 1 less of the wall top sentries to help our curve. And now we just need to make 1 more cut. The question is, what cut is that going to be? I do think for waterbending purposes and potentially just smoothing out our draws, the Forecasting Fortune Teller is our best 2-drop creature. Do we go a little light on the removal here, especially with our airbending potential? Or do we cut a creature? And what creature would we cut? Oh, man. Maybe we cut the Razor Rings? I feel like that's pretty decent, though. Ugh. When it comes down to this, it's always hard to make the final cut, right? It's always hard to make the final cut. We are a little heavy on the top end, but I feel like we get to 5 mana pretty fast, right? I mean, well, it's not like we have a lot of ramp. We have, what, 2 sources of ramp in the deck, but... Yeah, I think we'd cut a Master Piandao. and just have the 1 as a top end. We have other top ends, right? We have like the Earth King is a strong top end. Either of our Aangs are very powerful plays. With all of our allies, how many allies did we end up with here? We ended up with 12 allies. That's pretty solid, right? Because then if we play the White Lotus, we're getting benefits off of all of that. Double checking here that we didn't want to play any of these. I feel pretty good about this, I won't lie. All right, so let's head to lands and some suggestions. We're going to run this. So maybe we... yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Yeah, I think that'll do. Wait, that's only 16 lands, right? 5, 10, 15, 6. That's only 16 lands. So this is 6 of every land then. Prioritizing the green because I don't have double pips of anything except blue, but that's really late. And this can island cycle. Sure. I want to be able to hit my... I don't know if that's the right answer, actually. Maybe this is right. So I'm a little more likely to hit my 1-drops. Although most of my 1-drops, I don't actually want to cast on turn 1. Oh, let's look at the percentages. Wow, blue and white are literally exactly tied. Okay. We'll throw it into white then, just because I have the island cycling. All right, well, that's a deck. Like I said, jumping into our first game here. We hope you guys are enjoying these more dedicated videos. I'm going to do my best to talk my way through this and to help advise you guys, and so you guys can help advise me down in the comments below. This is Road to Mythic, so our goal is to figure out how to get to Mythic in Draft, which is easier said than done, but nonetheless, we are excited to attempt to do so. We are sitting at a strong Platinum Tier 2 right now, but you never know where this is going to go. So this is exactly what I was talking about, where I would love a green source, but maybe that is a change we make to the deck if the deck ends up not doing a whole lot. We can Compassionate Healer and then hold up in Airbender's removal. Okay, well that's a pretty good draw. It does not change our turn 2. And honestly, if we attack this into a 1-3 and we just end up scrying anyways, it's not the end of the world. This is pretty good, though, because he can do the... Ooh, does this have ward? That's a little bit of a concern. Okay. So I think here I'm going to play out green. And then do we just want to play out the wall top sentries? Or would we rather try to Razor Rings whatever he ends up attacking with? I mean, he's going to block here, right? Do I want a 4th land now? It does get me the mana I need to get to Lost Days, but I have a lot of things I want to cast up until then. 5 mana will let me double spell, but I can also Cycle of Renewal next turn. I think I'm good on land right now. Yowzers. In turn. Yeah, sure. That's pretty solid. Oh, he's going to get that then. A free draw of an island. Very powerful. Very, very powerful card. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card unless you waterbend 2. Cool. So I can Cycle of Renewal at instant speed if he doesn't attack me with anything here. But he might just discard a card. I mean, usually when you do something, when you cast this, it would be great to keep them all, but also you're probably pretty heavy on lands, and then you can just discard a land, not have to pay the waterbending too. But he's also not going to be able to attack a lot here. If I do kill this, it's going to then draw him a card, which is unfortunate because he is super card positive right now. Super duper card positive right now. I do think I will still kill, though, if he chooses to attack. Just because it can be a problem. Yes. And I will pay the ward. Yowzers. Yeah. He's definitely... I mean, that card is just powerful. I'm definitely glad that I scryed away the land now. Again, he's got a defender, so I'm going to attack here just to gain life, scry, kind of see what's coming. That's a great card. We will be leaving that on top. What is the... Let's see, it's Waterbend 8. So I think I kind of just want to start getting to my mana. Yeah, so I'll probably cycle of renewal here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, next. All right, he will block. Not super surprised there. End. Resolve. Dude, he has hit 2 lands off of that. That's insane. Look at the number of cards in his hands. Jesus. Sparring Dummy. Possibly the best uncommon of the entire set. Holy crap. Oh, he's got a lesson already. Oh my god. Okay, so reach is going to be, or sorry, flying is going to be our best friend. He has got a solid blue-green. He has got a very solid blue-green lessons deck here. Okay. That is fine. We will sack the island, and we will go get an island and a plains. I guess maybe a forest, but okay, sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, guys, that cycles away Aang. Oh my god. That was very, very dumb of me. See, these are the type of mistakes that we don't necessarily think of until we do them. That is a problem. Okay. Well, so now we are not in a great situation, but to be fair, my opponent has not played anything that is particularly concerning, so we are just going to no attacks in turn. We have some bombs in the deck. We got to hope that we pull them. We had a chance to, and we kind of screwed that over. So, did not even think about that. Pretty rookie mistake there, if you ask me, but it is what it is. Well, I think we probably lose here to an insane card. Wow. Search the entire library for a creature card. He's going to pull the Bant Aang. What an insane deck from the opponent. Definitely did not stand a chance against this. Apparently he's going to think for 7 years. So I could Aang airbend this if I had Aang, but then... Oh, he's going to choose the other Aang. Okay. That doesn't necessarily surprise me. Pass. Okay, so now he knows all the types of things that I could hit here, which is pretty crazy. Alright, my turn. Would love if I could draw anything that's not that, but sure. Okay. The owner of target creature? Not the controller. So if I lost days my own Aang, I get it back in my library? Right? That's how this works? If he's holding up Quench, then GG's, right? If he's holding up Quench, then the game's over. But yeah, I will put that second from the top and then get a clue, right? That was pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. Like, we will take that. Lost dazing our own Aang that the opponent had. Our opponent is just milling themselves to deck here. This might be a game where we try to go to decking. Wow. Our opponent is down to 13 cards in their library. They are choosing to keep all of the cards in their hand this time around. We've not seen anything crazy yet, so we're definitely hanging on to Airbender's reversal for something crazy. Okay, he's looking to play the Dragonfly Swarm on the upcoming turn with a lot of cards in the graveyard that is going to make that thing huge. That's pretty big for us. I don't have any landfall triggers, so it's okay to go ahead and play the land. I will now cast my own water bending. Do I want to pay 2 here? Yeah. I will pay 2. And do I want to keep the 2/3 Adamant of any color on top? I actually think at this point, no. And next. No attacks. We are here to mill out our opponent, right? They have almost 10 less cards in their library than us. Okay. So part of what I want to do here with Aang, is yeah, I'll hold this up. Sure, buddy. I mean, he's got to play something that gets around my stuff, right? And he has not shown that he can do that yet. So this does not have flash, so we will go ahead and play out the Earth Kingdom Protectors. Just because I can sack it to give Aang, when I cast Aang, I can sack it to give Aang protection. Oh, I cannot cast both of these now, so I need to keep that in mind. No attacks. In turn. We are at 20. Opponent is at 11. They are sacking a Clued here to go down to 10 cards. So the opponent is definitely committed to trying to win this before they draw 9 cards here. They have a hand full of cards. Another Dragonfly Swarm is pretty crazy. I will not lie. Another Dragonfly Swarm is pretty crazy. Resolve. Okay, so he is looking to... Alright, my turn. Ooh, this is pretty good. Okay. Yes. I will pay Ward 1. Yeah, that's fine. To hold up 2 mana? Yeah, I like that. Shuffles it into their library. I don't love that, actually. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I would rather just play out like this. Sacking the land to draw a card. I mean, he is committed here. 8 cards in deck. We are at 24 life. You gain 3. Can't attack or block unless there are... Okay, so he's a 3/6. That's not the end of the world. The gain 3 is annoying, I won't lie, but it is what it is. Draw 3 cards? Sure, dude. You keep on drawing those cards, my friend. Okay, when it becomes tapped, is that worth Aang? Is that worth Aanging? I'm gonna just do this. I'm more scared of the 9/3 flyer. I'm not gonna lie. You may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. That doesn't change anything, does it? Okay, resolve. Am I going crazy? Bro has 2 cards in his library. Pass. Oh, I can't pay the ward for it if I do this. Okay. Do I take 10? Yeah, I think so. I think I take 10 because right now it can't untap. So I'm at 10. Or I'm at 14. And the reason I did that is because it's tapped and it's got the watery grasp on it, so now it can't untap. Okay. I'm not the least bit terrified at all. Okay, so he can make me mill 9? Is pretty crazy. He can make me mill 9. In turn, what you got for me, Chief? Ooh, huh? I know. I love you. All right, what is happening here? Okay, I can't counter any of this, I don't think, so I just have to let him make a copy of that. Which is, of course, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay. He's just kind of playing out his hand here. Yup. Not surprised about that at all. So here we pass. Oh, sure. This leaves up plenty of mana for what I can do. Sure. Okay. In turn. Alright, he's got to kill me this turn. Ooh, he's actually got me if he attacks with both of these. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, this is only target creature I control. I should have airbended this to airbend one of those. Crap. Yep, he got me here. Because it'll be my turn. Yeah, he makes me mill 18. He wins on the mill 18. No! Whenever Grand becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. He's going to kill himself to Grand. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we had it. And he threw. He actually had me. And he threw. He had me and he threw. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. I love you so much. Be safe. Huh? Okay, good. Ashley is no longer with us. She has to go do wonderful babysitting things. But that was a hard-fought first match. We are 41 minutes into the video? God damn, Avatar. Wow. It's a long-winded format, people. It's a long-winded format. I mean, sure, I've got a 1-drop into a 2-drop. Can't attack or block. Yeah, I think that's good. No. Because then I can hold up. If I play out a blue here, if I play out my island, I can cast this and still hold up octopus form, which I think is good. This is an instant speed. Yeah, there's no reason I would have needed to play the... I don't want it to get countered, so... Cool. I mean, I love those other cards, but... It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta get out your wall top sentries or your Earth King. Opponent is looking for a land, it would appear. Because they went first. They did find it. Okay, they can tap down creatures here. Okay, I think it's safer to play out the wall top sentries, hold up octopus form, then play out Earth King, hold up octopus form. I feel better about that. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's a whole lot of just... Does this tap for mana? I didn't even see that at the bottom of it. That's nice. That's a problem. No. No attacks. We're just gonna stare at each other for a long time. The Flyer's pretty good. Man! In the last couple Road to Mythics, I have been getting mana screwed. This is what, 8 lands and 14 cards? Hard to come up with that. Wanderbending's not going to be an issue now, so we just want to stay ahead on cards here. That's a little unfortunate because I can't cast it, but it is what it is. We'll play out a second white source here. This doesn't happen to be an ally, does it? Nope. All right. Draw discard. That makes sense. OP has got 1 lesson in the graveyard. I repeat, opponent has 1 lesson in the graveyard. Cycle of renewal. Oh, that's pretty good with the Geyser Leaper. Pay 5, sack it, it deals 5 damage to target creature. Okay, cool. So are we passing here? You don't have the 5, do you? Yeah, no. Cool. Kind of ridiculous, I'm not even gonna lie. Up to that many basic land cards. That's crazy. Let's go get a basic land. I don't see how this is a problem. Just helps clear out my deck a little bit more. Got white and green in hand. I've already got blue on the... Yeah, it doesn't matter. White it is, I guess. That's fine. That was a good target to Lost Days anyways. And I've got clue mana. Cool. Look, I'm just trying to smooth out my draws. I've been drawing a lot of lands, so I really need to see other stuff in my deck. The good news is, if we start top decking, opponent, you are going to have to discard whatever that is, but okay. Oh, no, that was tapping. Sorry, my bad. That was tapping. That was tapping. I thought that was the, I thought it was the draw discard. It's my bad. I can start taking a little bit of damage here. I want to get to the late game. I do not have great removal. Might have to look into fixing that. And in fact, between games, I probably do want to fix that. Maybe just run a little bit more removal. But all things considered, I'm pretty happy. So he's choosing to draw and then discard. Okay. So here he is drawing the... Yep, cool. Tracks. He's choosing not to play this? That's fine. Cool. I'm down to 16, but that's not the end of the world. Now he's going to play it out? Cool. Not very surprised about that. Don't see him doing a whole lot right now, so I will go ahead and sack my clue. And pray it's not another land. I've already seen 8, 9, 10, 10 out of 17 lands, so there are 7 more. I drew a land. That's insane, guys. That is insane. That you can't make this up, dude. What? 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 Oh my gosh, man. You can't make it up. Oh, man. All right, well. No attacks. Let's, I don't know, play out a forest here. Intern. Opponent has got a lot that they can do here. They are cycling through that deck. Cool. That is worthy of an octopus form. Resolve. Pass. So you just passing through here. What you got? That's fair. You wouldn't believe it if it wasn't on video. You would not believe it if it was on video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Guys, I've drawn 13 lands in 20 cards. There's only 4 left in those 20. 4. Okay. All right. The good news is, good is relative. Oh my god, dude. The top end is insane. The opponent's top end is insane. It's a good card. This is a good card. Because now I start getting through 5 damage. They're not really in the colors that are going to make me discard, so I'll play out another land just in case. But. Okay. Good news is when Koi Fish attacks, I can start getting the rest of my lands out with... Yep. I don't have a way to make them not target that. So obviously we got some big boys coming our way. That's crazy. All right, here comes the 7/7s, right? Oh god, okay. All right, what do I do here? All right, here we block. So here we go here. We go here. And then we sack this to give this indestructible. Right? Maybe. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think we can win. We're too slow on our draws. Wait, what was that? That it was giving me the option to do? Oh, Island Cycle. Yeah, no. Yeah, well, now we're definitely too slow on our draws. That is not going to do it, people. That is not going to do it. But, did not draw... No, I drew one of the rares. Did not draw basically anything but lands for most of the game, so... Can't necessarily... Well, we can complain all we want, but can't do anything about it. I do not think that game was winnable. I think that game was extremely unlucky. I would love, love, love to do the math of how I get to that many lands with nothing to do. But it's on video. You guys saw it. It happens. We want to make videos about what really happens in drafts and that type of shit. There is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do. Actually, I'm going to cancel this real quick before we go in there. And I'm actually going to throw in an extra forest. Because part of what this deck wants to do requires a forest. So I'm going to do that. And let's see, did we draft any other top end I could throw in the deck? Because I'm starting to think, I guess Master Piano would have been a great draw too. We could throw in a Rabaroo Troop. Or more removal. We talked about that as well. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I am. I think the deck does things. I think we just have to not draw only lands, but it is what it is. We can do this though, people. We can still do this. Let us keep at it. Let us not give up. Let us stay valiant. All right, what we got here? A slow hand, but a hand I will keep nonetheless. Turn 3 Aang is turn 3 Aang. I guess no, this doesn't have haste, so, or it doesn't have flash. Oh, Mabel, adorable. Not the farm animals. Okay. Definitely not planning on watery grasping the farm animals. It's a good start, right? Oh, it's a great start. I'm also not going to Airbender's removal that. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. I would rather take 3 damage and airbend whatever spell they cast. Ouch. No spell here hurts. Damn! That's fine. White-black counter. Shoop. He's got something. Okay, so I can use this to airbend target creature I control as a protection. And it's not like I can do anything else anyways, so. It's a slow hand, but it's a hand. Yowzers. It's a slow hand, but it is a hand. What does this one do? 4 mana, create a 1/1 spirit. Nice. That's not fun. That's very broken. Or enchantment. But he still gets all the clues. Yikes. That thing's pretty broken. Wait, what? Whenever you attack, put X plus 1 count on target creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Pass. Eight to transform him? Yeesh. No, it says 3 or greater? Holy moly, that's insane. That's actually, like, bad for me. Do I want him to get the upkeep clue? I don't know. I kind of don't, but at the same time, if I don't protect Aang here, I'm a little SOL. So because I don't have 2 white sources, I can't Aang again in response. Dude, what do you have? Oh, he has the clue. I was like, buddy, can we make a decision here, my friend? Hey, he's got a good white-black sacrifice thing going. He definitely does. Is he gone? Is he thinking? We may never know. I don't want to do anything to get his attention. Oh, man. You hate to have opponents like this in videos, though. Hate to have opponents like this in videos. Come on, veteran brawler. All right, cool. That's a timeout. Attack. End turn. Might have disconnected? He's got a handful of cards. Looks like he's got 5 cards in hand. And then, of course, the Airbended card. So, technically kind of 6. We're holding up some stuff here. We're holding up some stuff. Two mana, lose 2 life, gain 2 clues. Is playable? Question mark? Looks like OP is just gone right now, which is unfortunate. I mean, does not make for super interesting. Does not make for super interesting gameplay. Cool. Oh my gosh. I guess I should have attacked first, but I think going into combat would have triggered time anyways. Alright, we're close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And actually, we're going to be able to airbend next turn. Airbend. Earthbend. No, waterbend. God. I can't remember which one it is. Oh, man. I feel bad for opponent because I think he was doing better, right? Like, I think he was winning. Oh, man. If it is a disconnect, I feel so bad. If he just got up and walked away, then obviously that's on him or her. But if they disconnected, that feels bad. 1-3 here's a good blocker, though. And there's game. All right. Well, it doesn't tell us a whole lot about the strength of the deck, but it is game. I did not enjoy that match just because OP probably disconnected. Arena, work on your servers. Make sure people can play the game. I know I'm mad if I disconnect, so it is what it is, unfortunately. We do have 2 wins now. 3 is the big goal, right? 3 wins makes a draft 500 gems. 500 gems per draft is worth it in terms of the amount of rares and mythics that you can draw and then the amount of packs that you get back. So 3 wins is the goal. 2 more attempts to get to 3 wins with what I believe is a pretty good Bant Aang deck. Just haven't seen Bant Aang. Would love to see Bant Aang. Have not seen Bant Aang. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't do anything for a while, but it helps us get to Master Piondo, and I think we have a lot that we could draw into. I have a turn 2 play if necessary, turn 3 play. So, we'll see what we draw into. I do not think it's worth the mulligan. And this creature dies. Alright, I mean, we start taking 1 damage. That's okay. I accept a damage. That's less than ideal. That's better. But it's not great on its own, honestly. Yeah. So now we can Airbender's Reversal if he decides to attack. If I Airbender's Reversal this, he can sack the clue and then basically make me waste the Airbender's Reversal, so I'm not going to bother. Also, 16 life is not the end of the world. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. I don't know if 4 mana ramp get 3 life is great, honestly. I mean, maybe there's something to it, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't see it. I don't see it. That doesn't mean it's not there. I'm just saying I don't see it. This thing's got menace, so it's going to keep pinging me, which is annoying. But that's a good card. Does this put a +1/+1 counter on it? Flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. Damn. You just can't touch it. Pass. My turn. Okay. So now this. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast lesson spells. This is an instant speed and it is a lesson spell. This is also a lesson spell. So this is 2 mana for lessons. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. No tax, in turn. What you got, Chief? Okay, so that's a pretty good card. I'm not going to lie. That's an annoying card. I won't lie. So we are going to want to Airbender. Oh, this is also a lesson. We got 3 lessons here. Let's go. We're lessening, people. Oh, that's funny. All right. Oh, my turn. Pass. All right, cool. We will sacrifice a plains here and go get plains and island. That is also a lesson spell for what it's worth. If I master Piondo, I'm in a pretty good position though. I think I'd rather hold up mana for both of my lessons though. And then worst case scenario, I like crack the clue. Yeah, because now I have enough to also Lost Days. Yeah, I like this. In turn. Okay, so I can Lost Days the Beetle-Headed Merchants after he attacks if he chooses to sack with it. Whenever a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Okay, so I definitely want to be smart about what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm going to let him sacrifice. I guess I could have airbended before if I didn't want him to draw the card and then get the 1/1. Okay. So he doesn't have the sack outlet if I just Airbender's Reversal this. Yeah. Oh, shit! I forgot about this ability. So now he's going to Earthbend like 7. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay. Okay. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were very much made. First strike? Yes, cool. I was like, there's a reason I did that. Am I going crazy? I'm not. Okay, I can... God damn, that card is so fucking broken. Yeah, I think that's better to just do that. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but just whenever a non-land creature. Okay, cool. I was like, so it doesn't work off of his. It doesn't work off of his earthbended things. And it's you control, right? Yeah. God damn. Oh, and he can do it with the. Okay, so he's got a 5/5, which will let him earthbend 5 if that dies. If I can't kill that first. Pass. Okay, I need to hit some of my stellar cards here. Okay. Oh. Do not mind that. Wow. What a turn, man. What a turn. Okay. Whenever this... Yeah, take out this. So I go on the aggressive here? No. I don't think so. Although this is strong, because if he tries to kill this... Then I can Aang that. It still won't do a lot, but it'll do something. He needs removal here. Each creature with mana value X or less. 3. Alright, so I buy myself a turn here. I've bought myself 1 turn. Oh, no, because he can't play... Yeah, okay. So you can't pay the X cost now, right? Wait, how does Airbend work? Exile it. If a card is exiled this way, its owners may cast it from exile by paying 2 rather than paying its mana cost. But it doesn't give you the option to pay its mana cost. So I have rendered that card useless now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, what do you do? Put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control. Yeesh. Okay, I'm a little scared of what's to come, but... That just kills his lands. I was like, right? Cool. I did. I rendered that card useless. That was like the perfect card for opponent to play into Aang. We did really good there. Okay, I realized that there were parts during that match that I wasn't talking as much, so I'm going to try to keep that up. Remember, we're here to learn. I'm here to learn. If I don't talk through my thought process, you guys aren't learning. If I don't tell you what I'm thinking, you can't tell me how what I'm thinking is wrong. But we will take a 3-1, even if it's because second opponent was likely disconnected. That is unfortunate. But we will take a 3-1. At this point, all wins feel good. A 4th win renders the draft only 100 gems, which means we have like I don't even know, man. We have like 170 drafts at our disposal. Not that many, but you get the gist. We have a ton of drafts. If all of them go to 4 wins, obviously they won't all. Anything past that is, of course, a feel good. Getting 3 wins here does mean that even if we lose twice, we will end where we started in terms of rank. So it is a video where we will ultimately stay where we were or rank up. And let's see what opponent has. We are going against raw power, so let's hope his deck doesn't have a lot of power. Let's hope it's just a facade, right? No blue here, but we can play a 2-drop into a 3-drop. We also have the cycle, so very keepable. And we can, of course, Giant Koi if we think land is what we are needing. I am tempted to hang on to this as a late game payoff, but, you know, we'll see if we need it. Ooh, what am I going to pitch here? I think now I just pitch the Giant Koi. Alright, well, we have a way to get blue in Cycle of Renewal, so I'm not too upset right now. Are we going up against another white-black sacrifice deck? That's what you would think with corrupt court officials, though I guess you never know. He's not going to attack into a 2/2, right? Oh, does he have the removal spell? He does, okay. An aggressive play from opponent, but it is what it is here. Okay. I actually think I might just want to Cycle of Renewal, get the blue, so that next turn I can Water Bending Lesson. I think that's the play. I'm not too scared of his 1/1 right now, and he has to spend a lot of mana to get to... Now, if he hay-buys here, then I'm scared. But it is what it is. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent card from it. Okay, so he has to take the White Lotus reinforcements here. Yeah, that's fine. Only non-land permanent is the White Lotus reinforcements, so he has to take that, which is a bit of a pain because that's a good card, but it is what it is. I'm going to sack a Plains here and get... Ooh, a very good sacrifice card. Sack a Plains here. And get 2 islands. I literally can't waterbend to, but that's okay. I do not need multiple forests in this deck. And that is the card my opponent knows about. Razor Rings is pretty good against June here, so I'm pretty happy about that. Aang is, of course, a broken card, so we will see where that goes. Opponent only has 1 card in hand here, so there is... we are intrigued to see what this is going to be here. What does this one do? Whenever you sack another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0. This is only during your turn that you can do that, so that's worth keeping in mind. We can Razor Rings and Aang here, so this is going to be one of those interesting turns where anything I want to do is 5 mana. Having 6 mana doesn't change anything, so I am happy to play out the tap land. And we are simply going to pass here, right? Yes, I can do both, so I am happy to do both here. Let's see what their strategy is. They obviously could go 5 mana, just get their thing back. Callous Inspector. Okay, so they pulled a lot of the good... man cards. Let's see. Whenever you sack another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0. This doesn't let you sack. This doesn't let you sack. So the only thing that lets you sack here is that. Okay. It's going pretty heavy here. I won't lie. Going pretty heavy here. Resolve. Okay, this is flash. This has instant. So what I'm thinking right now is I'm going to flash in the Aang, and then I'm going to kill the June, because right now he doesn't have another sack outlet. That is the idea. And I can do it in response to firebending, so he does not have the firebending mana yet. So I'm going to bounce this, and then kill the June. And there goes June. June can stack here the Corrupt Court Officials, right? Or is it 2 mana? I think it's only 1. There's the 2 mana. He's going to choose to sack the Clue here just to draw some extra cards. I will happily take 3 damage here. It's not like this is anything bigger than that normally. Okay, so now we're in a bit of a particular situation. But we are going to... Well, damn. I could transform him and just start the beat down, but I'm a little afraid of not holding up Octopus form, if I'm being honest with you. So I am just going to attack here. I can Lost Days whatever comes up and Octopus form, so I'd rather play it safe than not. I can also untap it too. So pay a black, tap, surveil 1 creature that's a copy of this creature, then sack an artifact or creature, activate only as a sorcery. Sure. Cool, cool. Lots of stuff happening here. I will Lost Days the Zhao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can also sack the Clue then if I Lost Days, which is pretty good. Pass. Don't think there's any reason to stop him from hitting me for 1 here. Octopus form is much, much more valuable elsewhere. Did he choose to put it second from the top? He did. And I will take an extra card. Although maybe it was smarter to do that and then still hold up. Oh, never mind. I'm happy with this. I am happy with an Earth King here. Remember, people, take what you can get. Very happy with this. We are technically holding up both of these, but I'm not that scared of this attacking, so... He doesn't get back, what's it called, for a little while. Zhao. So right now we are just kind of on the beatdown. We've got Octopus form to keep us safe. I don't know what card he has in hand here, but like I said, we have Octopus form in case he has removal as a nice counter. And then moving on from that, we can always draw here. We can also Waterbend 8, transform Aang, and start getting value that way. We will also be getting lands from the Earth King, especially if we Waterbend. So, pretty good combinations here. Not gonna lie, pretty good combinations right now. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we will be path to redemptioning that. That will be a path to redemption right there, good sir. Is he going to surveil 1 here? I mean, he knows exactly what he's getting, so I don't know if the surveil 1's really worth it. And this is only when it sacrifices, right? So... Oh, did he surveil away the Zhao? He surveilled away the Zhao, okay. I guess he has a sacrifice payoff now, is what he's thinking. Or he decided to keep 2 of these. That's interesting. That's really interesting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then attack with the Aang. But then I don't hold up protection. Oh. Protection is better. Yeah. Protection's better. I think. I don't know, though. Yeah, Center's tapped, so it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so next turn. Next turn, we will have the transformed Aang. Don't you worry about it, people. Don't you worry about a thing. I can also... What does this do? Sack it, exile enchanted creature. Cool. So I have enough mana to exile enchanted creature. In fact, I have enough mana to both. So there is no... Oh, he got the Zhao anyways? Wait, what? Activate only during your turn. Huh. Okay, so he's going to use the Jean. He's going to use the Judy to... Wait, but he doesn't have the mana to do Judy. He doesn't have the mana to do Judy. Crazy. Also could only do this during my turn, so keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have enough, right? Whenever Aang and La attacked, but it wasn't each attack creature. I hate that I'm doing this, but I think I'm actually going to put it off for another turn, right? I don't want him to... Well, it doesn't matter because he didn't play that card now, right? Am I going crazy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I hold it up. Oh! And I untaps a creature. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, cool. Activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swoop. 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 It does not matter, right? What does this do? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. What do I do, man? I mean, I feel like I still got good value out of it, right? Okay, so let's think about this. We just leave a Judy. Is that what we do? We just leave a Judy. We leave the token Judy, too, because we can bounce it. That's the token. Yeah. Intern. Yikes. I mean, that makes sense. I do not blame him. He is fighting for this, man. Just auto pay. Yeah, I'd rather tap my lands right now. Next. All out attack. Let's get another forest here. I mean, we are smoothing out our draws. This is good stuff. He'll block the 5, right? Opponent's down to 3 with a Judy token and the ability to get back that guy. I feel pretty good about it. And we're holding up Octopus form. I don't know what bomb he could pull. I mean, I guess a board wipe, right? He could pull a board wipe. I mean, that gets him a clue. Gets him a clue. It also kills him in time, but it does get him a clue. Yeah, he's still dead. Yep, he's still dead on board. I was like, he can't block 3 creatures. He is still dead on board. There it is, people. 4 wins. So let's take a quick look. I mean, we're obviously going to jump into game 5 here, but if we take a quick look, If you're new to drafting or if you haven't watched a whole lot of it, right? The entire point is that the draft costs 1,500 gems. And if you get to somewhere between, if you average somewhere between 3 and 4 wins, you'll get somewhere between 1,000 to 1,400 of those gems back, which makes the draft equivalently free because you keep all the cards that you drafted from the 3 actual draft packs. And in this case, we're going to be getting 3 reward packs on top of that. So we spent 100 gems to get 3 reward packs and to keep like the Aang that we drafted, the other Aang that we drafted, the Earth King that we drafted, and all sorts of stuff like that. So that is why we draft. That is why draft is good. Draft is great. You should draft. Always draft. Draft is awesome. Here we go. Fisticles. What a name. It also feels really good to be at 4 wins because now you kind of play it out. You do the best you can, but at the end of the day, we definitely keep this. This is a 1, 2, 3 drop. Oh! Okay. Okay. Turn 4, Aang at the crossroads. Okay, this could go crazy if they're in the right ally deck. That could go crazy if they're in the right ally deck. Just putting that out there. Could go pretty insane. Pretty bonkers. Okay. Wow, that does a lot for them, doesn't it? Because that'll get them drawing cards off of this? Holy moly. Well, we were in a good position here, people, and I think this might just be it. This might be enough for them to take this game, because they start drawing cards. Yeah, that is an insane start. We've got a good start coming up, too, though. We have got a pretty good start coming up, too. We will cycle of renewal here and then hope to cast Aang next turn. I mean, you gift me all you want. You want to keep drawing cards? I will keep taking your creatures. I understand that you get another creature and you draw a card off of it. It's very worth it. Very, very worth it. If I don't start sacking the things that he gave me, I need to... All right, cool. I will be sacking a forest here. And I will grab a forest and an island. My turn. Yikes. Shoop. We missed? What? Fuck off, man. No tax. You keep getting all your big creatures, my friend. Oh, okay, so we want to sack the food so that he starts giving me things of value here. He might start giving me land soon, which is fine as well. Next turn, we can giant koi fish if we wanted to just start. But I think we rather sack the food and start getting value. My opponent has an incredible start here. I mean, what do you do with the turn 2 rare, turn 3 rare? Turn 2 rare into turn 3 rare is insane. Aang at the Crossroads is a very powerful card. But let's see. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield on tap. Yeah. I mean, Earthbending is pretty powerful here. If I can get it to leave the battlefield. Resolve. Cool. So now he starts attacking with really big creatures. Target creature you control power 2 or less can't be blocked. Oh my god, what a combo. What a combo. Yep, he's going to start giving lands. Oh, no, he didn't do anything. Great. And now it's a 6/6 unblockable. It's a 6/6 unblockable. Okay, my turn. That does nothing for me. Just say whenever a permanent, another creature you control leaves the battlefield. Well, damn. I'll just play out the 5/7. Next. Is there like a destroy tapped creature in this format? I don't know. It's not like I can block with them anyways. Cool. It is on my turn. Pretty crazy. Okay, so now he kind of just wants to attack with everything. That's pretty powerful. Yep, he's drawing a card. It's now an 8/8 can't be blocked. So the problem here is actually the unblockable, but it's also kind of the enchantment. So I have to draw enchantment removal. That ain't it. But it does let me look for it. Oh my god. Nope. Do I even have enchantment removal? I don't have a way to... I have a way to gain life. Does the food have to tap to... Oh, food does have to tap to sacrifice. I can just draw a card here. Pray. I mean, I get to Earthbend, but I don't think that's going to do anything. I don't think we can win this one, honestly. I think this is the fucking... Sorry. We're trying not to curse as much on here. Family-friendly channel. This is possibly the best 2-drop and a 3-drop combo you could get, period. Right? Like, there's nothing I can do about that. Let's just draw a card. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're dead. I guess maybe if we airbended it, yeah. I didn't think about that. Pick 2, it doesn't matter. Next. Sure, we'll earthbend their land. I don't even know what earthbend. Let's see, earthbend. Does actually return it to the battlefield under my control. Cool. Concede. Oh. Well, you know, just when we thought, well, we did. We had turn 4 Aang, but turn 4 Aang does not beat the... I don't think there's a better 2-drop, 3-drop combo. That just wins you the game if it's in your opening hand, right? Props to OP there for building something pretty awesome. And we just got to hope that we don't run into another opponent that has the worst possible curve out like against me ever. That was insane. The Uncle Iroh card is insane when I realized you could start giving lands. And if it's in an ally payoff like that, oh man, you're like, oh, I'm buffing my allies. No, I'm drawing cards. I'm drawing cards here because I'm getting my second ally for free. Holy moly, dude. I don't have any creatures. I don't have any removal. Unfortunately, I think I have to mulligan that. I can do this. I can do this. I don't think I want the octopus farm. Alright, here we go. Worst case scenario, we accumulate wisdom. So we will accumulate wisdom. Is this an instant? It is. It is. Okay. What we got? I like this. So this it is. Alright, let's stall out the board a little bit, get out the fortune teller, then we can draw 3 and hopefully keep all 3. And we're in a pretty good position. Airbend? You gonna airbend my wall top sentries, my friend, and then get your trigger because you've drawn an extra card? No, he's not. Okay. Well, this feels pretty good. This feels like a pretty good curve out. Does he have a counter? Oh, should have compassionate heal it first if he had a counter. Okay. So I need to path to redemption that, and then kill it by the next turn. But that's a pay. That's not a water bin. That's a pay 5. No attacks. Okay, if he has a way to airbend it, we're burned. But I think that was the correct play. I can't wait until... Yeah, he's looking to airbend it. Oh, he can do 8 if he transforms it. What does transform do? How does transform actually work? Transforming an enchanted creature. Let's find out. Transform an enchanted creature. MTG. Is this a learning lesson here, or do we, like... I don't know. Yeah, let's get in for 1. Smack. I'm a little afraid, honestly. Okay, it stays. Cool. Good to know. Okay, so he's gonna buff a lot of his creatures here. That's okay. So airbending this does nothing for me. I could airbend the Earth King and then play him again on a future turn. I'm afraid of him airbending this, but I also think I just need to get cards in my hand. Well, that was disgusting. No, decline. I will pitch a forest here. I mean, I guess the scry might have actually been worth it, but... Yeah, I think I'm happy to trade here. Alright, let's see what he's got. He's already transformed this, but it only does something if it attacks. If he can airbend it, then... Ripperoni pepperoni, but... Next turn, I will be path to... redemptioning it. That is not an airbend. That's good. Okay, cool. So his Aang is gone. Yeah. I'd rather just have another card. Aang is gone. Cool. Aang is out of here. Yeah. I think I'd rather hold on to Airbender's reversal. I want to incentivize him to attack. So I'm attacking to incentivize him to attack with the flyer. He might not, but I want to incentivize him to. Pass. I'm gonna try. He's got protection for it. He's got protection for it. If he has protection, he was going to be able to. It's kind of crazy. Well, the otter penguins don't benefit from that this turn. Yep, back out it comes. Cool, cool. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Okay. Now we do this. We make another clue. We... Yeah, I was a little worried about that. I didn't even see it, but it's fine. I think I'm still okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, so he's pitching lands here. That's not bad. Yep. Can't be blocked. That's a lot of damage. That's what, 10? Okay. Oh, that's good. Damn, he had his own path to redemption? Well, shit. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't have a way to... I like this card a lot. My ally buffer would be an insane draw here. Although I think I'm due some lands, so that's more than likely what I'm getting. That's huge. 2. 5. Cool. Oh, I should not have scried that back on top. Well, that's on me. That's fine. Opponent is at 5. But a lot of cards in hand. Ooh, okay. That was an expensive Sokka. I am not going to lie. I probably should have played this out. That's on me. I don't actually know why I didn't. Okay, so he's got unblockable now. And a lot of creatures. Should have played this, honestly. Alright, opponent's making a comeback here. A flyer would be huge off the top, obviously. Koi fish would be massive. A lot of good options here, but alas, a island is not going to be it. Okay. That makes sense. 17 cards, and I can name a few that do it. Island will not. Alright. Well, if we just get unlucky and draw all lands here, let's see, we've got 4, 8, 10, so 7 out of 16 are lands. It's about a 50-50-ish each turn. That's pretty huge. Might attempt this. Okay, so he's got Airbend. Or something like that. Alright, opponent is down to 3. Pretty huge. I don't know if he has, like, Quench, but I will... That's... That's pretty crazy, I won't lie. I was like, that's a pretty crazy hit! Alright! Oh, is that... Let's see, is that 5 wins? Are we at 5 wins? Oh. I'm getting nervous. 5 and 2. Alright. We have been drafting for almost 2 hours for this one dedicated draft video. This is what the draft streams can go for sometimes. We are on one draft, 5 and 2. Let's keep the commentation up, Nathaniel. You were doing good. And yeah, 5 and 2 with a pretty solid Bant deck. A little bit of a lessons theme in there, and a little bit of just get to your rares, which I think is a strategy very strong in Avatar. Get to your rares, try to win with the bombs, right? Even when you look at, like, Forecasting Fortune Teller, very solid common. What does it do best? Get you your rares, get you to waterbending, get you to do some good stuff, right? So, playing gold here, but that means nothing. This is a totally keepable hand. If we draw a forest off the top, it's kind of insane. So because of that, I will play the island in case we draw the forest here. We did not, but either way, we drew a 2-drop, so I'm very happy with this. I am tempted to just Aang speedrun here, but depending on what they play, we could Earth Kingdom Jailers. Are we playing against a... How much does this cost to do? Too much, that's for sure. What is this? Aang enters airbend up to one other target creature or spell. Yeah, I think we're just... I think we are value city right now here. We just wait, let them cast a nice spell that costs most of their mana. And the rest is history here, right? That's our goal. Curve out, do strong things. That is not what I expected to counter with Aang. But actually, I don't want him getting a shrine. I mean, I'm not going to counter anything else this turn. And I'm playing Aang, so I guess I might as well, right? My logic there is I'm not countering anything else. I might as well. I didn't even think about that. I can airbend the Fortune Teller to just really value with the clues. That's interesting. Is this enchantment? Artifact, creature, or enchantment an opponent controls is pretty nice. Does ramping do anything here? Mana value 3 or greater? Nope, okay. I'm afraid of him killing Aang. I won't lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so next turn. Next turn, should we be lucky, we can Aang it up. That also gets him out of Ochre Jelly range. Draw a card for each shrine you control. Okay, so opponent is shrining. Opponent is shrining, and this lets him get the color fixing he needs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I can still attack. So I do not want to sack my clue. One, 2, 3. The drawing card once is pretty broken. Shrines goes pretty crazy. He's got a handful of cards. There are a lot of black / red / white cards that could answer Aang and Lee. Aang and La. I hope he just plays like a massive creature and then I Earth Kingdom Jailer and we call it a day, right? But unlikely. Okay. Very specific tap for 4. Okay, so he's gaining life here. Drawing cards. He's almost got all... No, he's got 3 out of 5 shrines. But he's got a ton of mana now. Okay, so I basically need a way to, like, buff. Yeah, I was going to say, this should buff when it attacks, right? So it's 7, 3, 4 is 14. And we take the dub. Turns out, turn 3 Aang, turn 4 or 5 or whatever, I think turn 5 Transform Aang is a very powerful play. Very, very powerful plays. All right, so now we are 6-2 going into our final match regardless. So this video likely isn't going to be that much longer than 2 hours because we have been here for a while. We are on the grind fest here, people. I had so much time to record today for these dedicated draft videos, and I think I'm only going to get 2 done because of the fact that I am... Sorry, I just got a message from Ashley saying that the place she's babysitting has pets, and she's going to be dying of allergies. So I need to get the allergy medicine out for her between dedicated videos. Oh, no. Oh, God, that's also not what you want to see. But I guess here we could maybe, like... this is a low-end blue card. We have time to get to our top-end blue here, right? Because this potentially gets us blue. That's what I'm thinking right now. Well, didn't matter. Guess maybe I would have preferred the... removal, if you will. Have nothing. Boo! Yeah, well... I don't have any double white spells. That's fine. Play something massive that I can get with the Earth Kingdom Jailer, please. Please, please, please. That is not it. So White Lotus reinforcements, it will be. Shoop! Swamp cycling. Yee. I hope that was his only top end card. That is what I have to hope for. Bro, wait. He has a cabbage? You can have a... You can have a cabbage. Oh, God. That's a bad... That's bad. That's really bad. Mana value... God dang it. It doesn't even have the... Boo. Boo. I don't have the mana to cast Lost Days. I can do both of these next turn. What does he have now? What does this even do? Death Touch is fine. Okay, so he's got removal. Yeah. Yep. OP has a really strong black-green deck. What's the mana value of this? Oh, 3 or higher. Great. You love to see it. Is this just when it leaves? Yeah, cool. Shoop. All right. We tell OP, have fun with whatever card is in your hand. I hope it's removal, and you waste it, and I get to Octopus form. A forest! Have we been waiting on green this whole time? God damn! It's like the best card he could have had for what it's worth. And he's doing different cards here. Alright, they're not allies, so my opponent is fully out of cards here. Not really what I wanted to see, so I guess we'll just play out a Death Toucher. And then pass. I mean, opponent isn't doing anything either. Lost Days can be powerful depending on what he plays, but I'm hoping that he just tries to remove the Earth Kingdom Jailer to get back the sacrifice thing. And if he does that, then we have good Octopus form. Octopus form is a bit of a blowout. Shoop. Good stuff. That is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, I want to hold up Lost Days here. I think. Although I don't really want him to. I don't know. What does the rest of this say? Number of creatures you control, +1/+1 counters on them. Yeah, I don't love Lost Dazing that because it has enters the battlefield triggers, but I think I just need to tempo out and hopefully get to some of my better stuff. So I need to delay the game so that I can get to better stuff here. Like worst case scenario, next turn I have clues I can crack, etc. So that's pretty good. I put a lot of bodies on the battlefield. That is an ally. Yeah, there's no reason to attack into it. That's fine. That was pretty neat. I didn't even think about that. That was awesome. Because now next turn, literally this turn, he can Daily Agents. Okay, well, maybe Lost Days didn't do anything for me there, but I can always hold back my Death Toucher, and then we just kind of stare at each other for a while. So, it is what it is. So if he turns these into creatures, then he can draw a bunch of cards off of them. That's not what I expected. It's pretty strong, though. It's pretty strong. That is not strong. Okay. That's not the end of the world, honestly, right? Like, all right. All right, so now we're just kind of staring down each other. Yeah. We are exactly doing that because he's not going to want to attack in a Death Touch. No attacks in turn. All right. I think the unfortunate thing with Avatar is that so many games are going to this. Like, so many games, this is happening. Hexproof. Oh, no. And he's just going to pass. Huge. Huge. Definitely what I needed here. Holy moly, dude. No, I'm gonna decline. I'll pitch a forest here. I am so glad that's not what our future was. Okay, so now we've got 19 cards left in the deck. We have pitched 2 lands, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've seen 11. There is only 6 lands in here. Okay, there's only 6 lands in here. There's some crazy good stuff on its way because our opponent is outdrawing us like nobody's business. Flying is a problem here. And the clue, honestly. Alright, well, opponent has nothing in hand either, so we are just... That is massive. That is massive. To have that and it to have the 3, so we're just drawing... Oh! That's crazy. Okay, alright. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So what I want to do... Then, can I instep this? Bounce the 7/7? Yeah, I can. Okay, so let's be smart here. Let's do this. No attacks. In turn. Alright, let's see what opponent has. A resolve. I mean, opponent's also going through their deck. Okay. I love how I said huge, but... Well, I guess this was huge. 2 mana, draw 3 was huge. 2 mana, draw 3 was massive. Whenever you sacrifice, how much sacrificing is he doing? Not a lot. Not a ton. Okay. That's fine. Things get buffed up. I take 4. Ouch. That's pretty solid. Oh, I can also cycle of renewal? Sure, Chief. Let's just make it as unlikely that we draw a... I'm on 12. So... I make a lot of 3/3s or 3/4s. Shit, I fucked it up. God damn it. Oh, man. Okay. Well, it's fine. Oh, I should have activated this on my turn. Wow, I am throwing. I throw in these last matches. Let it be known. I absolutely throw in these last matches. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Okay, well, at least... Well, it was good while it lasted. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It does not matter. That's insane. So now we have to try to deck opponent. So I should have hung on to this so that I could use it on the Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. Because this isn't flying anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of threw this game, I won't even lie. Oh my god, dude. There's only 10 cards in my deck. So either way, this game's going pretty crazy. Opponent has 9 cards. Lands you control have Trample and Hexproof is insane, dude. And then he can kill the 3/1 if that's what he decides to do here. I don't know if that's what he's going to decide to do, but he can. And then he can Earthbend to get even more Trample on the... Oh, we can sack that creature. Yeah, that's true. Should have done that on my turn as well. Didn't think about it. Yeah, that makes sense. He's going to put it on the... Oh, he's Earthbending separately. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm still in a favorable position, I think. I don't know that for sure, obviously. Bro has an entire... Oh, I just should not say favorable like I just did. He has an entire board state, crazy wazoo. I don't think anything's killing him at this point, but... I mean, this card just wins games, right? If you manage to pull this, you win games. So, I should have attacked. I fucked it up when I'd already moved to combat. So... Don't think that's going to do it. But it's hard to complain about this card. This only goes on tapped creatures you control, right? Yeah. No attacks in turn. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Yep. Crazy. I still didn't do that. I still didn't do my path to redemption or whatever it's called. Wow. All the mistakes. See, I make these mistakes so that when you guys see them, you can learn not to make those mistakes. I don't think we're going to be able to deck opponent. Well, maybe if he surveils enough, we will. Definitely matters now if we had done that. Definitely matters now. I think he's going to go for it here. We block as favorably as we can. Sure. Is he just full swinging here and saying math is for blockers? I'm interested. Can that attack this turn? Oh, he's gonna sack it and Earthbend 4? That's pretty wild. Oh, sorry, Earthbend 2. Oh, and then Earthbend 4. Wow. And everything gets buffed again. Yeah, what a turn. Although, to be fair, like I said, Zhao should have been removed on my turn. That was bad plays. I should have attacked with Aang and put on a lot of pressure. He wouldn't have nearly as many creatures. God damn. What else do you have, Chief? Pass. Let's find out if I can survive it, right? Ha! Add insult to injury, right? Alright. What is everything here? 8/6 trample. And then what else has trample? All of these? Okay, so 5/4 gets blocked here. 3-2, 4-2. So we'll say 4-2 gets blocked here. And then, oh, there's 3 in the air, so I actually can't do this right now, right? Because I'm letting too much through. So I've got to throw another body in front of this one. Then 4-1. Okay, this goes in front of Moose. Compassionate Healer. At this point, I don't really care about this guy, so we'll trade there. There's a 5-4. And a 4-3. Blocks. Oh, I did not mean a double block. Shit. Well, I couldn't see what was happening, if I'm being honest with you. I could not see. There's no zoom in button, so what didn't get blocked? Way too much. Way too much didn't even get blocked, right? Yeah. I mean, look at all this. I thought I clicked on this. I guess I accidentally clicked on. Yeah. I couldn't have survived it. So there were some mistakes that I made there. I don't know if that wins me the game. But obviously, as I mentioned, those mistakes are mistakes. But we're never going to complain about a 6-3. Pretty solid run there. It is tied for the best run we have had of the format. Still waiting on our first trophy. But so far, we have had some pretty good runs. Absolutely no complaints. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will say one more time, if you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Comment anything I could have done better. If I didn't point out something that if I didn't see it, I want to know, I want to learn, I want to get better. Road to Mythic is going to require me to get better. So thank you guys so much for being super awesome. We'll see you guys whatever comes next. Again, like, comment, subscribe, any and all of it is greatly appreciated. And we will see you in whatever comes next. Until then, may those rolls be ever in your favor, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.